Howdy guys, lovely to see you all again. I was recently working on this song with one of my students and I was like, Parkway Drive. Haven't done any of their stuff before, so without further ado, we're going to have a look at the intro solo to Breaking Point today, and hopefully I'll get cracking on the second one very soon. Anyway, let's take a look. Everyone's favorite catchphrase. Before we get too excited, we just need to talk about the tuning, which is drop B standard, which goes B, F sharp, B again, E, G sharp, and a C sharp. So get yourself in tune and we'll get started. Alright, let's have a look at the first section. This is relatively fast picking, so we kind of need to think of this as either semiquavers or 16th notes, if you want to think of it that way. Let's start from 5 of the first string, and then I'm going to play 3 open notes in between. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to be 4 16ths or semiquavers, and that kind of pattern of picking in time is going to get us mostly all the way through section 1. So I'm going to do that idea, then a similar idea when I play the 7th fret, 8th fret, and 7th fret of that first string, so 3 open notes in between all of those. I want to do that exact idea again, so we're going to do 2 of that. Hopefully that's making sense. I'm going to do a very similar idea, playing 10, 8, 7, 5 on the first string, and obviously adding in the 3 open notes in between all of those. Then once again, a very similar idea, going 12, 10, 8, 7. Let's put that all together. Kind of like Do You Want to Play With Me by Extreme. It's always that kind of fun, trendy, picky style. Anyway, what we're going to do for the second half of that, I'm going to start off by playing 5, 7, 8, 7 again twice. And we're going to change things up a bit. I'm going to jump to the second string. I'm going to do a hammer on from 3 to 5, and then I'm going to do 6 open notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do exactly the same thing from 5 to 7 as well. So I've got a hammer on and 6 notes from 3 to 5, and then a hammer on and 6 open notes from 5 to 7. Now the next bit is a similar idea, but I've only got 2 open notes in between. So what I'm doing at the start of this is playing 7, 8 is a hammer on the second string, then 2 open notes, then 8 to 10 with 2 open notes. And I'm going to resolve that whole section with a sexy vibrato from 12. And that's the whole section. So let's take it from the start relatively slowly and then do it again with some tabs. One more time, some tabs. Alright guys, let's have a look at the second section. There is a lot of tapping in this, so be nice and patient with it. I have seen some people do it with a pick tap. Live, I've seen Parkway do it with the finger, and I find the tone and control is better with the finger. So up to you guys, but I'm going to use the pointer finger for this. So what I'm doing is I'm playing 12 with a tap on the second string and then pulling off to 8 there. And I'm going to do 2 groups of 8 there, so 16 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to do a single group of 8 tapping 10 and pulling off to 7, still on the second string. Another group of 8. And then I'm going to change strings and play 11, 7 on the third, and that's going to be another group of 8. So all together. Hopefully that's making sense. The next part that I do, I'm going to play 12, 8 again for another group of 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Two groups of 8 if you will. And then I'm playing 13 to 8. So all I'm doing is just bringing my tap over, but my fretting hand stays the same. And I'm going to have a group of 8 here. And then the last group I do, I'm going to play 7 with my fretting hand, and I'm going to do 4 taps from 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. At the end of that, I go into a bend, a full tone bend from the tap on 15. Now you'll notice most of that bend is actually coming from my fretting hand. So it is quite hard to kind of dig in your tap and pull it up here. Don't leave it all to the pointer finger or the tapping finger. Get some help from your fretting hand. Basically, I'm just bending 7 or 9th fret here, and then just adding a tap over here. So try and practice around with that technique a little bit. That's essentially the whole section. So let's take it relatively slowly from the start, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time, some tabs. Alright, let's have a look at the third section. This starts off with a relatively simple idea. I'm going to do a hammer on from 7 to 8, and then pull off to 7, and then pull off to an open note on the second string. So 7, 8, 7 open. I'm going to do 4 of those in a row. Hopefully that's making sense. And then what he does is he does a natural harmonic on the 7th fret, and he bends, sort of has a bit of a whammy sound, but there's actually no whammy bar on his guitar. So you can either bend your guitar in that shape or bend it forward. Or if you're like me and you're a bit of a wuss and you don't want to hurt your guitar too much, just let the natural harmonic ring. Or if you want to cheat and you have a whammy bar, go for it. So what we should have now is the same lick 4 times in that natural harmonic. Hopefully that's making sense. Let's have a look at the next chunk. What I'm going to do here is kind of similar to what we had way back at the start when we had that hammer-on emphasis and some open notes. But I'm going to do a pull-off this time. I'm going to go from 19 to 15 as the pull-off on the first string. And then after that, I'm going to do 6 open notes. So I'm going to do that pull-off and 6 open notes from those frets exactly the same 4 times. After that, it gets a little bit more adventurous. So, after we've done the group of 4 with the pull-off and the 6 notes, we're going to do pull-offs with 2 open notes and move around a little bit more. So the start of that first chunk I had was 19 to 15 again, but with only 2 open notes. Then I'm going to go from 17 to 14 with a pull-off and 2 open notes. Then 15 to 12. Then back to 17 to 14. So all together. And the last group is 15, 12 with 2 open notes. And then 14 to 10. And I'm going to repeat those 2 again, so it'll go. So let's go from when it starts getting speedy and adventurous. Hopefully this all makes sense. Okay, that's pretty much the whole section. Let's go from the hammer-ons and the harmonic, and then the fast picking, and then we'll do it all again slow with some tabs. Almost fine with some tabs. Alright, let's have a look at the final section. This is going to start off with some rolling hammer-on and pull-offs with some cheeky taps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by playing 10, 12, 14 on the first string. There's hammer-ons, and I'm going to tap 15 and then reverse it. And then what I'm going to do from there, so I pulled off from that 15 tap to 14 to 12, and then as soon as I hit my pointer finger, I'm going to start again. So we're almost going to be working in groups of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I pull off, and start a new roll. The second roll is going to obviously start from 10, 12, 14 again, but now I'm going to change my tap note to 17 and we're going to end up with this. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do it again, but with a 19. And then I'm going to do it one more time to go back to 17. So my taps are going to go 15, 17, 19, 17. And the rolling on the fretting hand is going to be the same every time, and we're just working in groups of 6. And that phrase is actually going to end on the middle, which is a little bit awkward, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. Okay, after that I go into a cheeky little shred lick. I'm going to start from 15 of the second string. I'm going to play 15, 17, 19, and the same on the first. Now what's weird about this is that we do reverse it, but I'm actually going to hit the top note twice. So I'm going to play 19 again and then reverse that shape. That was just going 19, 17, 15 on both strings. So all together, then I'm going to start it again, which means I'm going to double pick that pointer finger note there on 15 of the second string. So I'm going to try and do those two groups of 12 notes back to back. Hopefully that makes sense. To finish it off, I've just got descending triplets playing, what have I got here? 19, 17, 15, 19, 17, 15 from the first to the second. So we're in the same spot, the pattern's just a little bit different, and I'm going to do that idea 4 times. Nice and simple. Then I'm going to bend on 17 of the first string. So let's go from when we started having that little shred and the bend, and then we'll do the whole thing again a little bit slower. Alright, let's take it from the tap, shall we? One more time with some tabs. And that was the intro solo to Breaking Point by Parkway Drive. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. I'll hopefully have a part 2 to this lesson coming very soon. So stay tuned, please like and subscribe, and take care.